You are listening to one of the sections of the book Tiered Tales 2. This book contains stories that are graded at level B1 and based on the vocabulary taught in different units of the book Oxford Word Skills Intermediate Vocabulary, 2nd edition. These stories help you learn English and memorize words better. You can listen to each story with 2 different accents, American and British. This method helps you recognize the pronunciation differences and improve your listening skill. I hope you enjoy listening to these stories. If you want to know more about the book Tiered Tales 2 and other books in this series, you can visit the website, Amazon, or other online bookstores and buy the printed or electronic versions of them. Please subscribe, tell your friends, and like this channel. Also share your comments and suggestions with us. We always appreciate hearing from you. Thank you for your support.
The Rules of Responsibility. Based on Unit 95 of Oxford Word Skills, Intermediate, 2nd edition, Obligation. The Rules of Responsibility. In the small town of Willowbrook, the residents took great pride in their strong sense of community and the orderly way in which they conducted their lives. Central to this harmony were the town's rules and obligations that everyone had to do their part to uphold. One sunny afternoon, as children played in the park and neighbors exchanged friendly greetings, Mayor Anderson stood before the gathered townsfolk, ready to address an important matter. "Ladies and gentlemen," he began, "it has come to our attention that some of our town's rules have been disregarded, and our sense of responsibility is at stake." Mayor Anderson highlighted the importance of these rules in maintaining the peace and well-being of Willowbrook. "These obligations," he continued, "are not meant to ban your freedom, but rather to allow us all to coexist harmoniously." He mentioned a recent incident in which a few individuals had chosen to disobey a vital town rule, causing a disruption in the town's daily life. "We cannot make you obey these rules," he said, "but we ought to respect them for the greater good of our community." As the townsfolk listened attentively, Mayor Anderson spoke of the importance of each person's role in upholding the authority of the town's regulations. "To force someone to obey would be against the spirit of our community," he said. "We are a town that believes in personal responsibility." He also reminded everyone of the potential consequences of disobeying these rules, emphasizing that punishments could be imposed if necessary. "We hope it never comes to that," Mayor Anderson added, "but it is crucial to understand that everyone has a part to play in keeping Willowbrook the place we all love." The townsfolk left the gathering with a renewed sense of their obligations to the community. They understood that the rules were not arbitrary but were meant to ensure that everyone could live happily together. It was a reminder that responsibility was a cornerstone of their town's identity. In the days that followed, Willowbrook experienced a positive shift. People began to behave more considerately, showing respect for their neighbors and the rules that governed their town. It was a testament to the power of shared obligations and the understanding that personal freedom and responsibility could coexist harmoniously. As time went on, Willowbrook continued to thrive as a close-knit community, where the authority of its rules was upheld through mutual respect and a strong sense of obligation. The town's residents knew that, together, they could ensure that Willowbrook remained a place where everyone was free to live in peace and harmony.
Thank you for being with us. Now listen to the story with my English accent. The Rules of Responsibility. Based on Unit 95 of Oxford Word Skills, Intermediate, 2nd edition, Obligation. The Rules of Responsibility. In the small town of Willowbrook, the residents took great pride in their strong sense of community and the orderly way in which they conducted their lives. Central to this harmony were the town's rules and obligations that everyone had to do their part to uphold. One sunny afternoon, as children played in the park and neighbors exchanged friendly greetings, Mayor Anderson stood before the gathered townsfolk, ready to address an important matter. "Ladies and gentlemen," he began, "it has come to our attention that some of our town's rules have been disregarded, and our sense of responsibility is at stake." Mayor Anderson highlighted the importance of these rules in maintaining the peace and well-being of Willowbrook. "These obligations," he continued, "are not meant to ban your freedom but rather to allow us all to coexist harmoniously." He mentioned a recent incident in which a few individuals had chosen to disobey a vital town rule, causing a disruption in the town's daily life. "We cannot make you obey these rules," he said, "but we ought to respect them for the greater good of our community." As the townsfolk listened attentively, Mayor Anderson spoke of the importance of each person's role in upholding the authority of the town's regulations. "To force someone to obey would be against the spirit of our community," he said. "We are a town that believes in personal responsibility." He also reminded everyone of the potential consequences of disobeying these rules, emphasizing that punishments could be imposed if necessary. "We hope it never comes to that," Mayor Anderson added, "but it is crucial to understand that everyone has a part to play in keeping Willowbrook the place we all love." The townsfolk left the gathering with a renewed sense of their obligations to the community. They understood that the rules were not arbitrary but were meant to ensure that everyone could live happily together. It was a reminder that responsibility was a cornerstone of their town's identity. In the days that followed, Willowbrook experienced a positive shift. People began to behave more considerately, showing respect for their neighbors and the rules that governed their town. It was a testament to the power of shared obligations and the understanding that personal freedom and responsibility could coexist harmoniously. As time went on, Willowbrook continued to thrive as a close-knit community, where the authority of its rules was upheld through mutual respect and a strong sense of obligation. The town's residents knew that, together, they could ensure that Willowbrook remained a place where everyone was free to live in peace and harmony. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please don't forget to subscribe
And like. Bye.